Hey, it's Chris, Liege Games. What's up? So, today, a little something different. I'm going to talk about 3 games all in one. This is a specific video. We're going to talk about the past, the present, and the future of a certain type of game. And that being, in this game, roll and writes. Now, I looked at it when roll and writes started really being heavily played in 2019, 2020 as sort of a fad. I said, nah, it's a fad. That's not going to stick around. That's not going to stay. Well, here we are, 2022, still talking about them, still producing them, still playing them. And I'll tell you, I'm a convert. Full disclaimer. Full disclaimer right there. So what am I going to be talking about in this video? What are the 3 games that I'm going to be talking to you about? 1, the past, the one that has most recently just come out, and that is Voyages, the Kickstarter Voyages, where you are a ship traveling through the seas trying to earn stars. The present, long shot, the dice game, just coming out to backers very, very soon. And it's a racing game where you're betting on horses trying to earn the most money / points at the end. And then we're going to be talking about future. Future being Motor City from Motor City Gameworks, coming out in the very short future by the same folks that brought you Three Sisters, the slightly heavier, crunchier roll and write with the weather expansion that is in the process and has been being delivered to Kickstarter backers right now. Let's talk about them. Let's talk some pros, let's talk some cons, let's talk some similarities, let's talk some differences, let's talk which one's right for you, or if you just want to get into this, where do you start? Let's do this. Let's just start really quickly here at Voyages, because this gives a better picture and a better overview than anything else can. This was a Kickstarter, a crowdfunder at the very end of 2021. £4 got you in on it. And right now, there are 3 sheets that you can do. And it's a single sheet print at home game that's simultaneous play that you use dice to navigate the seaboard itself. 1 die is the direction, 1 die is how many spaces you're moving. You have 3 dice to choose from. Boom, there you go. I have several copies of the first 2 boards already sitting next to me, laminated, played half a dozen times in 2022 already. It's straightforward, it's got a little bit of nuance, you can teach it to anybody, the solo is solid, it's not too crunchy, but you're rewarded for being able to play well. The solo is self-limited too. You play 16 rounds. It's got a self-marker on the side of the board right here that you can keep track of. And that's all you're doing. You're selling goods. You're trying to beat the little monster here. When somebody gets 3 stars, the game ends. You also get to mark off a duty down here, which just helps you get extra stuff along the way. Did I mention there's 3 sheets? Did I mention already on their Discord, people have done homemade, fan-made custom sheets already as well too? There's like 3 or 4 of them and they look fantastic. So right now, I can dare say to you that this is going to be one of my most played Kickstarters, one of my most played games of 2022 period. This is going to be the best value Kickstarter I have ever probably done, period. And I say that as, like I mentioned, an early recent convert to the roll and writes. This is great for not too simple, but you can play it and teach it to anyone very, very quickly. There you go. Since we're looking at Kickstarter pages, let's talk about Long Shot the Dice Game. 1 to 8 players, 25 minutes, and this is a surprisingly interesting game. I played the original Long Shot. It was one of the first games I ever played in modern board gaming. Once I went to one of my first meetup group nights. I did not like it one bit whatsoever. Someone came from behind on the very last turn from the very behind and ended up winning on a long shot bet. I was not happy. I had no interest in this. And then I saw this and I got a chance to play this game again. And it gives you so much more mitigation while still having some of that chaotic randomness. And it makes it a lot of fun. And I wasn't, again, expecting anything to come of this, but it just works well. This one probably has, obviously, since it's named Long Shot and it's a betting game, more chaos, less mitigation, more randomness than the other 2 on this list. And this one, for sure, where you're placing your bets, how you're placing your bets, how you're choosing to utilize what bonuses you're going to get as you're marking off on your bingo lottery card, essentially, definitely is going to appeal to people, and it's definitely going to turn people off. But it's done in such a way with how quickly the game plays and how fast these horses are moving around the racetrack in and of itself that it allows you ways that you can mitigate so you're not just totally lost. Do you want to bet early? Do you want to try and bet late? How are you going to go after the horses? Are you going after the sure thing of getting the jerseys and the caps to just get the bonus at the end? How much take that do you want? You can move horses forward. You can move horses back. You can't bet after a certain line. Little bit of everything. The biggest part that's going to confound people is, again, it's a dice roll. It's a roll and write. And sometimes you just might not roll the right horse to get the right timing. But then if that happens, you just mark your horse on every other horse's sheet. So when they move, you move additionally. Because you can make that happen too. Did I mention you buy your own horse? I mean, you're not just racing the horses. You buy them, you show them for a prize at the end. And again, there's a great solo mode where you're playing against Dastardly Dudley. I don't know. I just decided to call him that instead of calling him Roland, which is actually his name on the sheet. But again, it works well because it gives you, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? What's happening? Boom, there you go. Again, a great entry level, a great sidestep compared to Voyages, which has less control, but more ability for you to be surprised and more swinginess if you want that out of your game. I guess that's the take-home message of this video in a nutshell. If you are looking, just like with other broad games, you can get whatever you're looking for within this genre as well. Light, whimsical, chaotic, heavy, crunchy. Take that. A little bit of everything for anyone. The last one here, Motor City, as I mentioned, by the same developers that did Three Sisters. This is crunchier. This is heavier. This is by far and away the heaviest roll and write that I have played. The decisions are tough. They are numerous. They are option spreading. And it's going to make you feel more like a Euro game in a roll and write shell. And if that is what you are looking for, this does a great job at it. You're going to be rolling dice and then picking where you want to use the dice from whatever spot that they get assigned to at the beginning to get your bonuses. Oh, and did I mention certain actions are also going to be eliminated from use in certain rounds based on potentially what the AI system does, especially when you play at the lower counts. And these boards are just massive. There's a lot going on. This is one of 2 boards that you are managing. So again, like I mentioned, Euro, crunchy, lots of stuff going on, although it's still very straightforward. Here's the other map. I mean, look at all this stuff going on. There's more on this map than there was on the first one. And so again, if you're looking at that, if you're looking at the symbology, because that's the only downside of this one, is that there is more symbology on this one that you're having to put to memory. But again, you play it through once and you've learned it. You're going to be getting some things, eliminating the possibility of other things, having to choose, especially at the lower player counts. Okay, well, can't get this one. I'm going to have to change my strategy. Can't get this one. I'm going to have to change my strategy. Oh, got this one. Ooh, now I need to go this way. And again, it's something for everybody. So if you like Three Sisters, if you liked the idea of something heavier, something like Hadrian's Wall, those aspects of the heavier ones, this is going to appeal to you when it is on crowdfunding in the very near future. If you like something like Cartographers, if you like that sort of pattern building, Voyages is going to be very appealing to you. Longshot, I don't even know what to compare Longshot to. If you like the idea of betting, risking things, go big or go home, it does a fantastic job of it, but I can't have one to compare it to because it stands on its own 2 feet. And again, that's the take-home message of this video, is that if you are interested in anything game-wise, in terms of Amerithrash, Euro, something in between, take that, area control, whatever you want, there is enough out there nowadays that you can find that easily. And these are three great examples of recently put out, just coming out, and things to look forward to in the form of Voyages, Longshot, and Motor City. So if you have not dove into this at all, and you are a skeptic like I was, consider it. Because, again, people always ask the question, what can I play at larger player counts that's not going to be a party game? Bing! These fit that mark 100% so well. And it's 15 or 20 minutes too. Because what's it really about at this point? What can you get to the table? What do you enjoy playing that you can get to the table? And that's what roll and writes encompass as a genre in a nutshell. There you go. My thoughts on 3 roll and writes and a little bit of everything else. Thanks for watching. Stay classy. Thank you for being sent the print and play for Motor City and the copy of Longshot to be able to talk to you guys about. There you go. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.